Welcome back. It has been 1 year since the war in Gaza began following a violent and deadly attack on Israel.
At the University of Missouri, a Jewish organization is holding a special vigil on campus tonight to remember the victims of that attack and to combat anti-Semitism. Missouri Capitol Bureau Chief Joe McClain has more on the rise of anti-Semitism on campuses in Missouri.
Hostility against Jewish people is coming from more places than ever, according to Jean Snodgrass, who runs the Hillel Jewish Campus Center at Mizzou. She said addressing anti-Semitism is complex because even though the term refers to prejudice against Jewish people, many interpret any criticism of the state of Israel and its government as the same thing.
There's always debates about what is or isn't, right? Anti-Semitism, where that line is, especially when you are talking about politics around Israel. It can sometimes be complicated.
Snodgrass said what is not complicated, however, is what the response to hate speech should be.
It's incredibly important that whether or not speech is protected, if it's hate speech, no matter where it's coming from, it should be denounced. And we need to know, and we need that modeling from our leaders, that this is not acceptable.
If that denouncement doesn't happen, Snodgrass said, it signals to the public that this type of rhetoric against Jews is not worth addressing, effectively normalizing it. For example, over the weekend, a white supremacist group hoisted bigoted messages over an I-65 highway in St. Louis. Missouri NAACP President Nimrod Chappell said he hasn't seen enough pushback.
And I think that if our elected leaders remain silent and don't disavow any allegiance or any appreciation for the KKK or any of these other hate groups, that we're just going to see more of it in Missouri. And that's a real danger.
I asked Governor Mike Parson for a statement today, but didn't get a response in time for this report. I also asked the top gubernatorial hopefuls. Republican Lieutenant Governor Mike Kehoe said, quote, "Anti-Semitism and hate has no place in Missouri. We must stand with Israel and the Jewish people." House Minority Leader Crystal Quaid said in part, quote, "I and every leader in our state has a responsibility to denounce anti-Semitism. We must make our state a place where everyone is welcome." In Columbia, Joe McClain, First Alert 4.